Welcome back to another playoff edition of the One Pride Report as we get set for the NFC Championship that will be taking place tomorrow between the Detroit Lions and the Washington Redskins. And man, around the league there were a couple of major injuries, especially for the Buffalo Bills. They did win their game to advance to the AFC Championship, but they lost Lamar Jackson to a partial PCL tear. So his season is over, as well as Sammy Watkins, so he'll be able to return for the Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson is done for the year, so Tyrod Taylor will have to come off the bench and fill in for Lamar Jackson. It was the inverse last year, but here are the championship matchups. It's the Ravens at the Bills, and then the Lions and the Redskins. Here's how we got there. Very defensive round. Highest scoring team was actually Detroit with 24 points. Washington beat Carolina 23-20. And while they did win the game, as you can see right here, they had to make a little bit of a comeback. I'd say they were down 13-10 at halftime. They scored 7 unanswered in the third quarter. And while they were able to win the game, they suffered a major loss. DeShone Kizer dislocated his ankle, and his season is over. That is a massive loss for the Redskins. Nate Sudfeld filled in for 560 yards. It wasn't bad, but he will not be starting for Washington in the NFC Championship game, and they're going to need to rely on Adrian Peterson to do work for them. But look at Ryan Daugherty. He went off. 5 catches, a buck 34, and a touchdown. He killed the Lions in the first meeting. And something I should note is that the last time the Lions were in the NFC Championship game, you know who they faced? The Washington Redskins in Washington. Isn't that ironic? Way back in 1991 was the last time that happened. And the Super Bowl matchup that year was the Redskins and the Bills. So if Buffalo advances to the Super Bowl and so does Washington, that would be a major deja vu right there. But in a second, we're going to take a look at the Washington roster because we already know their stats from the first meeting between these two teams. The first game, a very close game between two great teams, 23-20 in overtime after Steven Gostkowski missed the kick. But yeah, as you can see, Kirk Cousins will be getting the start for Washington, the kind of forgotten man. He got handed a big contract in 2016, but he had a mediocre year. He was benched in 2017, replaced by Nate Sudfeld, and Cousins has been sitting on the bench the entire time. Even after DeShone Kizer was drafted, nobody wanted to trade for Cousins because of his big contract, and he's really just been sitting on the bench kind of waiting for another opportunity to kind of prove himself. I don't get that opportunity this week, but obviously it's going to be a big game, and here's my prediction. So we know in the first meeting it was a very hotly contested game with DeShone Kizer at quarterback for the Redskins. I don't see a way that Washington is able to win this game. I don't, and you could call that me being a fan, but they barely won with DeShone Kizer. Now they're going to take on a quarterback in Kirk Cousins who has not played a game, not started a game since 2016. It's been 3 years since he started an NFL game. And that's a problem. And he's going to be facing a very, very, very tough defense. Now, maybe Washington can run down Detroit's throats like Seattle was somewhat able to do. They were able to run the ball pretty well with Thomas Ross. It's quite concerning, but I think Detroit gets the job done 16-10. Another defensive battle between two great teams. There's a look at how Buffalo got things done in their matchup. As you'll see, Lamar Jackson was injured pretty early in the game, so Tyrod Taylor kind of finished it out for them in their 13-7 victory. Jackson started out 2-7, but Tyrod Taylor was able to get things together. And as you can see, Buffalo has a two-headed rushing attack team, Christian McCaffrey and LaShawn McCoy. We kind of know about the Ravens at this point. They're a high-flying passing offense with their weapons, Josh Rosen, Darren Carrington, Travin Durrell, Dalvin Cook out the backfield. But we're going to be in for two very, very exciting matchups tomorrow. Ravens, Bills, and Lions, Redskins. Who will be going to Super Bowl 54? Be sure to leave your picks in the comment section. I will be looking forward to reading those. They should be interesting. Leave your Super Bowl 54 pick in the comments. We'll see if you're right. And for the NFC Championship game, can the Lions earn their first Super Bowl berth in franchise history? Find out tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time.